Okay. Well, I just got gas. And as you can tell, we're in the Gypsy. And so we are headed up to Cloudcroft this morning. Where it's a bit colder. So the high up there today is going to be in the 40s. And the low overnight is going to be down to 32. So I just wanted to go out where we have put on the power here. Go up this mountain. I want to go out where it's colder tonight, colder today, colder tonight, and see how we do. Now I've got our cold weather things here, and I know when I get out on the road again, it's going to be cold. Snow, cold, etc. So I want to do a quick run today and see how it goes. So we're about to find out. Now I've got the puppies' cold weather jackets here. I've got my cold weather jackets. I'm layered up today. I've got the fleece on under here, fleece on under my jeans. And it does work. I am able to layer the jeans and the fleece together. And so, yeah, we'll see. I take the Gypsy in for one more thing to be done. Change the valve and the cold thing. What is it? EGR. So that I'm having them change that. And I'm at 128,000 now miles. So my next big changing everything, all the fluids and the EGR, all that stuff again is at 200,000. It's actually 188,000, but I think at 200,000 that's an easier way to remember it, and it should be fine until then. 30,000 miles a year is what most people do. What, maybe if you're in town, 3,000. 30. Since I've gotten this, I've done 60,000 miles. 68, actually 68,000 miles. Yeah, I'm a goer. So looking forward to a lot more miles and a lot more journey and a lot more scenery. Now I wish I could remember when I had Casper the van, I went on this road in Nevada. It was snowing then. And it was so pretty out there. I wish I could remember what it was, because it was not a popular road. It was not a well-traveled road. But oh man, it was pretty out there, and I saw so many animals, and it was just a really, really pretty drive. So I would like to go through there again, maybe, but in the snow, it was just really beautiful out there. Now, I'm not by any means a big snow person. My daughter's great with it. She likes to go snowboarding and all of that winter stuff. Although she was saying she's up in Chicago and they're getting snow and it's just miserable up there now, I guess. So I've already sent their Christmas gift. So I hope they like it. Here at Cloudcroft, they have a great bakery and stuff. I'm not supposed to have any sweets, but I may stop in that bakery and grab something because it is really nice. Cloudcroft is a nice little area up there. I would be thinking they should be getting snow up here pretty soon. It's a ski area. That's what I like about being here. Cloudcroft is not that far. So I'm in the desert here. I can go up there to the pines and up there to the winter weather pretty quickly. very pretty out here when we do get a little bit of snow up on the Oregon mountains. But we don't get much snow. Some small town areas. One of my favorite areas is up in Oregon in Astoria. Small little town, but I happen to like it there. Used to live up in Seattle as well, and I remember one year was bad. On my birthday, in March, I remember this so clearly. It was full of slush, ice slush in March. I remember being out there slogging around in that. And if I remember right, I was looking at cars for something. But yeah, I remember that year on my birthday, it was just icy and slushy and miserable up there. This new little thing that I put in the back there, I do have another component coming tomorrow, and we'll see if that's going to work or not. I don't know if it's going to be too tall, if it's going to be enough to hold the rest of my kitchen things. This one is smaller than what I had in here before. So again, this is something new. I want to try it out and see how it's going to work. So I did have to take out my little saucepan, electric saucepan and steamer, because I wanted to bring my egg bite maker. I definitely want to make egg bites. So I'm taking the egg bite maker, the grill, and my toaster oven. So again, it's just kind of micromanaging what I want to take, what I don't want to take, and trying to figure out the best option for long-term travel in the Gypsy. So we'll see. But I think one thing that I want with me all the time is my little egg bite maker. Now, actually, I can use that little egg bite maker to make like grilled cheese, all those other things as well. And I have cooked meat in it. So actually, I can do a lot of things with that little egg bite maker. So this morning I was watching a thing on gasoline stations, which ones are good and which ones are not. And you really don't want to just go out and buy really cheap gas because it clogs up your fuel injectors and things in your car. So while you may be saving a little bit of money, it's going to cost you in the end. Because it's a $300 to $500 job to clear those. So you want to find the top tier detergent gases. Now out here I use Valero because it's the only one out here that's 87 octane, which is what my car uses. And it is a top tier detergent gasoline. Now if I'm buying gas at like 76 or some of those, Exxon is good, 76 is good. Some of the Shell is good, some of it's not so good. But if I buy it like 76 or Exxon or something like that, I have to buy the medium grade because their octane is 86. Utah is even worse, it's 85. Regular gas is 85. So I always have to buy the more expensive octane. So find out what the octane level is in your particular vehicle, what you need. That's one thing I'm really, diligent about. Is keeping your vehicle in excellent condition, especially if you're going to be on the road all the time. Which you know me, I'm a goer. I'm a goer. I am a goer. So I apologize to people this morning. No reading this morning. I'll do something when we get up here to Cloudcroft. I get settled in. If I get now the caveat is if I get any type of a signal. Cloudcroft is bad. You just you don't get a lot of signal. That's why I didn't move up there. I was was up there and I found the cutest little place. Oh my God, it was so cute, but they had no signal. And I need to be on the computer. I need to have the phone, and there was no signal out there. Otherwise, I would have been living up in Cloudcroft, up in that area. But, yeah. No. Didn't work. So now my home base is in Las Cruces, and I can't complain. You know, I got a good deal where I live. The neighbors are quiet. We don't have a whole lot of weather issues out there. Like some places where you live where there are a lot of weather issues and problems and things. They're building up that area though. A lot of new things are coming in over there. Which in one way, maybe it's good. Maybe they will have more jobs and stuff. So that's the thing about out here. Not as many job opportunities. But if you're retired and everything and you have your income, whatever, then it's a decent place to live. Now, if you want to do big shopping, something, Las Cruces is not the place to be. We don't really have a good big shopping area. You have to go down to El Paso. If you want to do everything you want, you can find in El Paso, which is about an hour away from Las Cruces. So it's about an hour drive, you know. I really don't like to go drive in El Paso if I can help it. It's a big city and the drivers there, you know, a lot of type A personalities there. There goes a Texas car now. Every time you have somebody that wants to, you know, 9 out of 10, it's a Texas vehicle in Texas. Now, I have been thinking about going to Texas to some of the state parks and check them out. Texas is not my favorite place. You know, you go through military training. All Air Force people go through military training in Texas. And then my first assignment was in Texas. But I've just never been into the Texas mentality so much, although I did enjoy long ago doing the line dances and stuff once in a while. That was fun. But just Texas is just not my favorite cup of tea, let's put it that way. It's not. I guess some of the hill country they say is very pretty though, so I just remember Texas driving across and there's just, you know, endless nothing to see out there. But I may go and start checking out some of the state parks. I think if you're a veteran, you get in free to the state parks, and I think, I'm not sure, don't quote me on this, because and you can get half off in the camping fees. Now I could be wrong about that, don't quote me on it, but I think that's what it is with Texas. Forward to hitting the road and doing some more exploration. I see the mountain up ahead. One little peak up there has a little bit of snow on it. So we'll see. What you doing back there, Mr. Mickey Mick Mick? He's just sitting there looking around. Up there laying on the bed area up there. They're good travelers. I think one of these times I need to stop into the base out here and just see what are the prices out at the commissary. One of these times I'll check it out. Now they do have camping things on the bases, but I think the provision is you cannot have dogs. And I'm not sure if you have to be active military or exactly what the whole thing is. Check into it. It's not really a thing that I really think about wanting to camp on a base. And they have changed things since Trump came into office. Okay. Oh, I know what he did. They made the prices as expensive as any other camping place, is what he did. He raised the prices if you were going to camp on base. Yeah, I remember that's what it was now. He raised the prices there. I guess it used to be cheaper to camp on the military base. But I know you cannot have dogs. I know that was one thing. No dogs allowed. note, I'll leave that here. And we're gonna, like I said, we're headed up to Cloudcroft today. Do a trial run where it's a little cooler. Just see how that goes. You know, use their puppy jackets, their warm jackets, and my warm jackets. Make sure everything's good. I've got my winter clothing here. I've got puppy's winter clothing here. And I think we're going to be good. The last thing I have to do again is figuring out exactly what all I'm taking for cooking. Now I've used that little grill quite a bit. But I can do grilling things actually as well in the little toaster oven. So which one would I use more? Do I need both of them? Would one suffice more than the other? What about my little saucepan, the saucepan that I have, that electric one? Now, if I could find a smaller electric saucepan, that would be better. This one's a little large. I really don't need one as large as this is. And then when you take a steamer pot with it, that takes up a lot of room. So again, it's just kind of sitting, micromanaging things as to what you're actually going to be using on the road, and really what's just taking up space that you don't actually need. Because space is limited, you know? Space is limited, so you only want to take along with you the things that you really need. I think I'm gonna bump up the temperature on the refrigerator because it's set so low, stuff is starting to freeze, and I don't need stuff freezing in there, so just bumped up the temperature a little bit. Like I said, it works really well. I really like this little refrigerator, this Mego, because I can put it up the front seat. I've got plenty of room up there for it, and I don't need anything more than this. I don't want my stuff freezing, so I put the temperature up a little bit. So we'll see how this goes. So anyway, on that note, I'll leave that here. We're headed up for cooler temperatures, and we'll see how this goes. Now, I do have a little hat with me because that's one thing I get out there and I notice, oh, that's chilly. That's chilly. So I do have a hat with me. I do have some gloves. gloves, and like I said, the puppies do have heavy jackets as well. And I can set the temperature in here. It'll be 32 outside tonight, and I'll keep it a warm, balmy 70 in here. 70. Usually I set it around 74. But in the 70s, the low 70s. And we stay quite toasty. I see little puppy face back there. Little Mid Lily. I see Mid Lily Boom. Mid Lily Boom had a goodie this morning.